And now we're back again for portion number 10. And I kind of have a headline for this section or whatever. I kind of say, who is the greatest? And that was a question that the disciples of Jesus were one time kind of wrangling about or whatever, saying who's the greatest and what they wanted to have happen when they entered into his kingdom and this sort of thing. And so he had to have a chat with his disciples. And what I write about the fact, and it's on my website, and it goes like this: don't count the days that you have or that you have lived, but make every day count. And make every day count for good, not for bad or not for evil or anything like that. Be nice to people, do good things for them, try to encourage them. And one of the things that you're most richly blessed with in life is your own children. And so be involved with the growing up of your children. Keep them going on the right track. Don't let them watch too much of the stuff that's on television, or just play with the cell phone or whatever, to be like the soother when they were little babies or whatever, something to just kind of get rid of them and keep them out of your hair or whatever the case may be. But be involved with them, encourage them, give them good validation every step of the way, whether they are perfectly healthy or whether they're not. Kids and all people need to have good validation. You don't need validation coming from another source, like from bullies or from gangs or from people like that. You've got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and figure out, hey, I've got some self-worth, or whatever the case may be. And there's all kinds of ways that you can encourage kids: through music, through sports, through art, through writing, all sorts of things like that. And I've kept some of my students' writings that they did years gone by. You can't keep everything or whatever, but kids are very, very talented, even from a very, very young age. And so be nice to people. And there's a lot of people that won't be nice to you, and you just do what Kenny Rogers said: know when to walk away, know when to run. Just get away from the ones that would have the bad behavior and all kinds of things like that. But I talk to people in the street in this time of COVID and whatnot. People have their heads down, they don't want to talk or whatever, and I make sure I say hello or hi to basically almost as many people as I possibly can. And some of them are kind of like semi-shocked or whatever. Hey, this person is actually talking to me, or whatever. And so being nice and approachable. Society has become too closed in. It's almost like we board up our windows and we don't want to talk to anybody. We don't want to send emails back to anybody or text anybody or whatever. But be out there, get involved, be part of the group of people that are doing good things for others, and not the negative. And make the world a happier place to be. And if you see something and it's not good, then say something about it, and then go one step further than that. I know that's a famous saying. And then do something. Do something about it. Schools, we could not let bad behavior go by 1 day or 2 days or whatever, with certain students maybe bullying others or whatever the case may be, or disruptions happening in the school. And I would never discipline a student inside the classroom. I always took them out of the classroom and talked to them separately out of the room. And I let them know who was boss or whatever. And pretty much all of them kind of shaped up pretty good when they got back into the classroom. But yeah, you've got to keep people in the straight and narrow, and that's part of teaching, that's part of life and whatnot. But be nice to people, be kind to them, say hello, and be an encourager rather than somebody that just joins the crowd of being closed in and not wanting to talk. That brings to an end section number 10.